I know you mentioned your wife a couple times, man. She's your business partner. You know, y'all side by side building this thing together. What is it like having your wife as your business partner? And how do y'all manage business, family, traveling? Like, how do you manage it, man?
So in the beginning, it was harder than it is now. You know, every day is hard. You can't lie and say it's perfect every day because you're always going to have something to argue about, right? Even if you're not business partners. But in the beginning, it's all about knowing what each person's strength is and knowing how to communicate with each other. Like sometimes you'll get pissed off at Waldo and you take it out on her because you have that trust with her. You're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then she's like, she feels that energy. So in the beginning, it was very hard, but we learned to manage it. We learned how to communicate better to each other. And we know what each of us has to do. You know, so sometimes we do check each other and that's when we get triggered sometimes. But we know what our mission is, you know? So that's why I think we've been blessed so much, because imagine if she's at home and she's like, I don't want any more cars. I don't want a bigger house. I'm fine where we're at. Stop working so much. Then I'm like, nah, I want to go work. What do you mean I'm not fine? Issues start arising, right? But we're both on the same mission. So if I go right, she goes right. If she goes left, I go left, you know? So I feel like that's why the sky's the limit in our relationship, because we're both on the same mission, you know?
So out of y'all two, who cursed the most?
I cursed the most. Yeah, and then she started cursing out of nowhere. I'm like, damn, it rubbed off. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I cursed, sorry.
It's a part of it, man. You know, my wife was my business partner too, man. And it's hard balancing that, man. Yeah. Especially when you have kids and family, and it seems like sometimes work can be so demanding. So it's like, you got to give all this energy to this, but then still have the energy to come home to pour into family time, man. So I always like to hear what other couples that are doing business together experience and how they're navigating through that.
So yeah, another thing we do, I mean, we date, you know, and then we do trips. We go out Thursday to Sunday, go to the Caribbean somewhere to get away, even though we're still working on our phone, like almost all day on the phone, but we put it down for a couple of hours, you know, and then get back on the phone because we have a lot of clients and managers to attend. But we like to travel a lot. So creating memories is another big thing we like to do because that strengthens our relationship.
I know in the real estate business, man, one thing that's helped me, and I want to get your take on it, how has traveling expanded or helped your business?
Well, as far as traveling, it's just helped me with learning other cultures and seeing the possibilities. Like you're like, oh, they do this, they do it this way here. Sometimes I tell her, you know, we saw this cool little ice cream pedals that they used to do in Dubai about 10 years ago, and now they're here in America. So I'm always thinking like, I want to do that in America, but she's like, yo, focus on preferred, because as an entrepreneur, I want to do a million things all the time. But I learned that I won't be able to hit $100 million in any of those businesses, so I have to focus on one to hit that 100 million. So that's been another thing I struggle with because I always want to do everything. I get excited. I'm like, I see Gene building, I want to build too. You know, I see this guy doing that, I want to do that too. But I mean, traveling just keeps you inspired, man. You go out there, you see different fashion. I like fashion a lot. I see how people dress. I like tasting new food, talking to people how they live here, and it makes me realize how blessed we are to be in America because I haven't met a place where people can get rich, you know, coming from poor to rich. Like people, they grow up poor, they stay poor in those countries. So America is really the best place to be, bro.
I definitely agree with you on that, man, because, you know, when you travel, you go to the resort, everything's nice on that resort, but as soon as you take that excursion off the resort, you see the real of that country. When kids wake up hungry, they go to bed hungry. You know, this is the only country that I know of that if you got any type of hustle about yourself and ambition, you can wake up hungry and go to bed with something in your pocket. I don't even care if it's going and raking leaves or doing something to earn income. Because in those other countries, they don't have those same opportunities that we have here to be able to, you know, level up and grow, man. So that's a cool experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.